Good evening, friends. First of all, wishing everybody a very happy, prosperous, and healthy new year. This is 2021, and we are doing an annual appraisal of the market and trying to assess where the market could go in the next 12 months. Now, on the yearly chart, which unfortunately I cannot show because the trading platforms don't think that way. We've had an outside year. An outside year means an year which went below the previous year's low and an year which went above previous year's high. This has happened on the Nifty. It's still not happened on the Bank Nifty. So Bank Nifty hasn't had a inside year, although it has been a bullish candle where Bank Nifty is almost back to where it started at the beginning of the year. So an outside year means that if the market starts to trade above the previous year's high, which was, let's see, the previous year's high was about 14,026. So if we start to trade above 14,026, there are odds of follow through. Now, where could this market rally go? The R1 on a yearly basis is at 16,166. So a level of 16,000 is very likely at some point in this year, and this year could also be a trending year. Believe it or not, this could be a trending year. Why? Because we've had a very large correction on the downside and now we are heading up. Intermittently, there could be, a 10% style correction at any point. But overall, I think the markets are headed higher and a target of 16,166 is possible. Corrections, if they do occur, I think 12,900 is that zone where you could find substantial support. Okay, so this could be a trending year and the markets could trade well above the pivot levels for most of the year if there is some event driven correction. 12,900 is the sort of support that we are looking at. On the Bank Nifty, I think a level of 37,100. Once we take out the 32,600 high of previous year of 2019, a level of 37,000 is possible. All corrections will find support and you can easily have a 20% correction on Bank Nifty because Bank Nifty is the more volatile index. 28,940, which is the upper end of the annual CPR, yearly CPR, could be a place of support. The yearly pivot is much lower, but because we are in such a strong bullish market, I would think the upper end of the CPR will give you a nice reference point. So that way, I think all markets, Nifty and Bank Nifty, which are tradable markets, should be headed higher. I have given you approximate targets, Nifty 16,000 and Bank Nifty 37,000. But remember that a 10% correction is possible at any time. Okay. Now let's look at the monthly charts, and we'll look at monthly charts of the top 10 heavyweights. Now on a monthly basis, this is the Nifty chart. The Nifty corrected from about, if you take this 20-month moving average as your equilibrium, we went to 7,500. That is about 4,700 points on the downside. Add 4,700 points to the upside and you get approximately 16,000. Similarly, let's check out the Bank Nifty monthly chart. Again, Bank Nifty, this is the 20-month moving average, which is at 26,619. The Bank Nifty corrected 10,000 points to 16,000, 16,500. So if you add 10,500 to 26,500, you get a target of 37,000. That 37,000 is in play once this 32,600 is crossed. Okay. Now let's look at some of the individual stocks. The biggest heavyweight, Reliance Industries. It's had several strong months. It has consolidated for last couple of months. So Reliance Industry could restart its rally, once we are able to take out this 2030 to 2050 zone. So it is coming into a buy zone for longer term investors. Why? Because it remains in an extremely strong trend. So unlikely it could correct to the 20-day moving average in a hurry. So that way, I think Reliance is getting right to buy. We have Hdfc Bank. It had a massive month in November. December it consolidated, still consolidating. Once we take out this 1460 type of zone, I think on HDFC Bank, this is about 400 points from 1128. So that way, I think next targets here could be about 1600. That is the minimum target, but definitely the size of this green bar tells you that it could far exceed levels of 1600. Infosys, it's had a massive year. So any sort of correction which we could get for any reason, maybe closer to this 960, 1000 type of zone should allow you to buy. I know this is a 25% down move. So either it corrects down or it moves sideways for a few months. Both could lead to an upside. TCS, again, massive year. It's gone up for several months. We need to wait for a sideways consolidation here before this moves on. But tech definitely is looking extremely good. We have HDFC, the housing company. From 2500, this went down to 1400. This has a massive target of 3400 on HDFC. ICICI Bank went down from a high of 540 all the way down to 286. That is about 250 points lower. ICICI Bank is looking at a target of 800. Then you have Hindustan Lever, again modest type stock. A 20% style move is possible. So maybe you'll do 2800 thereabouts. You have Kotak. 1750 was the high, declined down to 990. So Kotak can give you levels of 2400, and these levels can be easily exceeded. Bharti Airtel has corrected from highs of 600. I would think Bharti Airtel can get back towards 600, and once 600 is crossed, even a level of 800 is possible. ITC, in my opinion, has bottomed out for the medium term, and you could get levels of 300 to 320 on ITC. With that being said, we are expecting an extremely bullish year. See, the issue with a lot of people is that they have a recency bias, which means that they believe that markets have run up too much, so they cannot run any further. I think that is a mistake till the market decides to turn. See, we are going to see a bull market and the sort of participation that we have never seen. Now, what is the reason for this upside? The reason for this upside is this entire theme of digitization, the PLI schemes, the shift of API supply chains to India, in the entire tech universe which is uh, coming here. So even if you have to make a portfolio, these four themes do very well for the next 5 years. The uptrend on the digital theme has just started. The smallest of people, the smallest of businesses are going to get digitized. And the 10% of India which is going to get digital is the one which is listed. Most of these non-digital players, the smaller industries, the MSME type of players, they are not listed, and hence they are falling behind. So the forecast for the next year is that the divide between digital and non-digital will increase. The digital side of the country will make a lot more money. People who are getting left behind, they are going to have a fairly serious time economically. So that is something that the government needs to appreciate and do something about, because this digital non-digital divide will further divide Bharat and India. So that is the view that I have for this year. I hope this year turns out to be excellent for everybody, and we speak about this constantly on videos. Please like, share, subscribe our channel, and use our join buttons, particularly the platinum button, where I personally sit on a daily basis and talk markets to my audience. That should really create value. Plus, you have a recorded webinar which can be purchased. Call 98710 or email ashwani_gujral at yahoo.com. That is ASHWANI_GUJRAL at yahoo.com. Please consult your financial advisor before you act on these views. Take care and good luck.